Hello guys, it's Devin here back for Let's Talk NBA, second video. Please subscribe and get the word out to your friends about this channel. I plan to make more videos as I continue to work through this process that I'm still learning. But today I'm going to talk about the big free agency class coming up this summer in the NBA. I'll give you some of the names, I'm sure most of you know of it. You know, obviously Durant, Kawhi, Kyrie, Jimmy, have player options, and then you got Kemba, Clay, Boogie, Vucevic, Tobias, Bledsoe. Unrestricted free agents, some other guys to keep an eye on are Chris Middleton, Marc Gasol, Julius Randle, DeAndre Jordan, JJ Redick, and Goran Dragic. Now, the biggest domino that's going to control a lot of this is going to be KD. I think a lot of people just figure he's going to leave Golden State, and I think there's a good chance he does. There's been a lot of speculation about going to New York, but we'll see what ends up happening there. I just don't see a reason for him to leave unless it seems like he does care about how other people think of him so much, and that he would want to go somewhere else and win a championship where he's like the guy there, maybe another guy with him, but not like the situation in Golden State. But if I had to predict, I'd probably say that he will go to New York. Next on the list, Kawhi Leonard. This is an interesting situation. A lot of speculation he wants to go to Los Angeles, but Toronto's been dominating the East all year besides the Bucks, but they've been right up there with them. And I do see him possibly going to the Clippers because he wants to go to LA. But if the Raptors go to the finals, I don't see why he wouldn't want to stay in the North with a finals team. But that one's probably the toughest to decide. I do see him leaving, but it's a hard situation to leave. Next guy on my list I have is Kyrie Irving. I think everyone thought it was a lock that he'd stay the beginning of the year when he said he plans on staying if they want him here. I think a lot of his decision will have to do with how the Celtics do in the playoffs. If they lose second round, or even Eastern Conference Finals, I don't know what it would have to take. I could see him bouncing. Also, a lot of speculation he'd want to go to New York from there. KD, I'm just not sure if he'll go there or not. I still could definitely see him back in Boston. He's also really tough to decide. But there's been so much issues with Boston all year. They're still not living up to their expectations, but it's too early to say where Kyrie's going to go for sure. It's too early to say where any of these guys will go, but everyone thought Kyrie would stay, but now all of his media outtakes and just doesn't seem like the team's gelling anymore with him there, and we'll see what happens with him. Kemba, I think it's pretty clear that he'll probably re-sign with Charlotte. He said he has multiple times. But New York does some calling. He's from there too. It's an interesting spot he could go, but I just feel like he's going to be back in Charlotte. He just seems like the type of player that would want to do that. Boogie, this one, I have no idea where he's going to go. Last year I thought he'd maybe go to the Lakers, but you know how that went now with the Warriors taking the less money. But it's really tough. If he keeps playing how he is, I think someone's going to throw him a max contract. I really think it's about the money and the fit. I could see him going to LA if the Lakers can't bring an AD or another free agent, but we'll see what happens there with Boogie. But he's looking really good, and I expect him to get a big payday. Klay Thompson, I think he's going to be back in Golden State. People are saying, he's going to go play with LeBron in LA. He's going to be the best fit, which I do think he'd be a great fit with LeBron in LA, but he said, why would he want to leave Golden State? Even if they lose Durant, then it's going to be him and Curry again, and how good they did steal them too. I think he loves it there in Golden State, and maybe he would think, maybe I can get more opportunities somewhere else. But we'll see what happens. I don't see him leaving Golden State unless they choose KD over him. And then Jimmy Butler, player option. See, Philadelphia, and well, I'll add Tobias Harris to that too, since they're both free agents. Philadelphia said they both plan on re-signing both of them and going to a luxury tax to keep their big four. Um, I definitely could see Tobias staying since he's been traded so many times and wants to find an actual home for more than 2 years. Jimmy, it's hard because I always feel like he wants to be the alpha dog somewhere and taking the control and everything. Um, I think if more issues evolve over the season and playoffs, I could definitely see him bouncing and looking to Brooklyn, New York, or Clippers, somewhere around there, because those are some of the teams he wanted to maybe go to when he requested his trade. But if I had to guess, I think Jimmy will leave unless Philadelphia wins the championship, which I don't see happening because I think the Warriors will again. Um, then I'm going to talk about hometown Bucks. We got Chris Middleton, Eric Bledsoe, most importantly, as our biggest free agents. I expect Chris to come back. He said he wants to play his whole career with him and Giannis. It just depends how much money he's going to want and how much the Bucks are willing to pay. I think the Bucks will pay as much as they can to keep him back, as they're thriving now, and the team has a great fit with Coach Bud. And then Eric Bledsoe, I just don't see anybody really wanting him on as their starting point guard. Really, only team that needs a point guard is Orlando and Phoenix. Orlando just traded for Fultz. Phoenix, I don't think they're going to want Bledsoe back. So I think Bledsoe would definitely come back in Milwaukee, especially since his scoring's been down than usual, but he's making a bigger impact than he did in those other teams. I'm not sure how much money he'd get. I would guess maybe around 10, 12 million, maybe more. It's hard to say. Yeah. And there's some other low-key guys like Vucevic, Marcus Gasol, Julius Randle, DeAndre Jordan. I think Julius Randle will, after his player option, he's only making $8 million. He's having a career year this season in New Orleans, and he could maybe want to bounce out of New Orleans situation with AD and all that. He definitely deserves more than $8 million. I don't know how that's all he got in free agency, as he's a animal and he's fun to watch and he knows how to score the ball. Marcus Gasol, I don't know where he'd go. I think Toronto's just for the playoff run for the Raptors, especially if they're going to want to bring back Kawhi. And I think if they lose Kawhi, they might trade a lot of people in and try to build their own. Siakam is having a fantastic year, and I think he should win Most Improved Player, by the way. But yeah, Marcus Gasol's an interesting situation. Maybe he'll go to Charlotte with Kemba, like the trade he was supposed to go to originally. That one's hard to say who will be willing to pay him and how much Marcus Gasol wants as he's getting older, but he's still definitely a quality player. Vucevic, I don't know what Orlando's going to do because he's having an all-star season, but they got Mo Bamba, and I don't know if they want to block his development. So I think they should trade him at the deadline to get something for him because I don't know if they're going to want him in their long-term plans. So, yeah. DeAndre Jordan, there's been talk that New York might want him back now for next season, and I definitely could see that happening. It just depends kind of how much he's willing to take and what they're going to do with trying to get KD and Kyrie / Kemba / Jimmy, like all these rumors that Knicks are going to get everyone. And then JJ Redick. It literally depends on Tobias and Jimmy if they're going to be able to bring him back, how much he's going to want. I feel he might want a little more, but if Philadelphia has a lot of success, and he's having great success there, so maybe he'll want to return. Yeah, there's some restricted free agents like Kristaps, D'Angelo Russell, Brogdon, but I expect them all to be back since the teams can match any offer they accept. Al Horford's got a player option. I expect he'll accept that because there's no way he's going to make $20+ million on the market anymore unless the team is just desperate. Yeah, Dragic has a player option. He's been hurt for a lot of the season. I think he'd probably accept it. I don't know if he's going to get more than what he's making now. But I don't know what the Heat are going to do. They have so many bad contracts, and I really don't know the direction of that team. But yeah, like I said, my predictions, I think KD's going to go to New York. Kawhi, I could see it's a Clipper. Kyrie, that one I can't even predict. I'd say New York or Boston, but it's hard in New York because they have Dennis Smith Jr. Are they just going to trade him then if they get Kyrie, or what's going to happen there? Because he's been playing pretty good for them. Kemba I expect back in Charlotte. Clay I expect back in Golden State. Boogie, maybe the Lakers, not really sure. Jimmy, Philly goes far. I could see him returning, but I just feel like he's going to be a Clipper net. Tobias I expect back. Chris Middleton and Bledsoe I expect back. Julius, not sure. I mean, everyone should want a player like him on their team. DeAndre Jordan, I could see him going back, like I said, but it depends on the Knicks situation. So there's my video, and please subscribe, and yeah, see you guys later.